Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to episode 30 of Civilization 5 as Rome. I'm on the receiving end of an unexpected war from Japan and Brazil. I still strongly suspect that Japan bribed Brazil to get involved. It's been a little bit tricky because Japan are generally being a pain and capturing our English cities that we managed to take from England in the previous war. And while I do want to go to war with Japan to take their capital and also go to war with Brazil again to take some more stuff from them, which will make it easier to get to Morocco and Siam, I didn't really want to be fighting both of them at the same time. And I'd have also liked to have been able to have got my units in position to have made it a little bit easier. That said, I haven't lost an awful lot in the war at the moment. Japan are certainly losing a lot of units. We did already lose York once. Japan managed to recapture it. That's fine. We took it back. York is actually getting completely wrecked here. It's not being very good for York at all. But if Japan are just concentrating all of their efforts on bombarding a city, losing their planes, throwing melee units at it over and over again to try and take those cities, London is quite possibly going to fall on the next turn. In fact, I'd be absolutely amazed if London doesn't fall on the next turn. But they can't raise London down, so I'm just going to sit here with my battleships and farm their melee units and retake London when the time is right, basically. So they can quite easily retake London, which is what they will do here. Now, I say I can take London back, but the problem with doing that is if I have a melee unit in there, which will most likely be this privateer, then there's a good chance that I can lose that privateer, so I do have to be careful. I wish I knew who that battleship belonged to. I'm almost convinced it's got to belong to Japan. Japan had a lot of naval units. They're nice and high up in the score, which means they probably have... wow, England actually have a... England have submarines. Okay, something we need to consider getting ourselves. Unfortunately, at the moment, we don't really have an awful lot of income. Now, Nara over here is still having some problems with Yerevan's units that are doing a fair bit of damage to it. Don't really want to have to get involved in there myself. Now, I'm a little bit annoyed that his units down here are doing a lot of pillaging on my stuff. So we're going to keep attacking just to try and sort of stop any ideas he might have about doing that again. Let's also see what else we've got around. They didn't actually manage to take London, which is interesting. I'm going to move this frigate in first, just so we get the oligarchy bonus for attacking. Then we're going to move the battleship back out, so if they take London, we don't lose the battleship. I'm going to move this battleship a bit further up along with the Admiral, so that the Admiral covers both battleships, although it should be 2 tiles in either direction. These battleships have logistics, so we should be able to get 2 shots on these units. I think all of the battleships actually have logistics. There we go. Look how many units Japan are losing. I'm going to move this privateer out of York again, just in case they do somehow find a way of taking it. I don't think they can, but, you know, better safe than sorry. You can just stay there. We really do need to get some more money going. We have lost a trade route. But in the meantime, we're just going to continue to fire on the easy targets. I did set this artillery up here specifically so that I could use it to attack Sao Paulo, but if I get the opportunity to start taking out any of these infantrymen that are close by, we will do that. Now, even though I need a melee unit to take Sao Paulo, I could actually still do damage via a battleship from the sea. So that might actually be the plan. I might move one of the battleships over there once things calm down in this direction. Everyone else over here is just going to kind of go into alert mode in case anything comes near. It's surprising that I'm losing so much money right now. Now, I don't particularly need to get anyone to peace out right this instant. I think we're okay for now. Now let's have a little look over here and see what we can see. That's actually a main battleship. In that case then, we will use this destroyer to start taking out as many embarked units as possible. And just generally giving Japan a bad time. Would the Mayans be willing to go to war with Japan? I'm doubting they will. He's still guarded as well. Would you be willing to declare war on Japan? No, he wouldn't be willing to do that. That's a little bit unfortunate. It was worth a try, though. It was always worth checking. Do I want to move you over that? No, I think I will leave you here for now. We'll just wait one turn or two just to see if Japan does have any more units that he's going to try and throw at London and York. He's trying to take Vatican City, which is potentially problematic. I'd have liked to have taken Vatican City for myself. It has a lot of oil. Also has gold. Yeah, spy fled city capture, so he has been able to take that city. Now, potentially, I do have a destroyer close by. We could maybe ninja it back, but then he does have a lot of units around it, and he'll probably just take it again anyway, so that may not necessarily be the best idea. So, again, Japan is continuing to bomb London and York. By doing this, he should just be taking constant damage to his aircraft. They do seem to be surviving quite well, though, it has to be said. Can't see any units that he has around, which is a good thing. Making a little bit of money now. Yep, Morocco really doesn't like us, but that's fine. We'll soon be able to get anti-aircraft guns, which we can put around London and York, possibly. That could help us. Enemy has been spotted near Rome. So they've landed some units over here. That's not really an issue. They're going to have to get a lot closer before they can really do anything. Vatican City, could I take it? No, unfortunately not. We can always grab it later on, though. It is not hyper important. We could come down here and try and grab these frigates and take those out. That's not a bad idea. Of course, we don't know how many other naval units he might have around, so we do have to be a little bit careful. We could do something with our spy. We probably should. I think I'll just move him to a random city-state, probably. That we don't already control and that we're not at war with. So maybe you're military, aren't you? So Sofia, Bagata. We lost Bagata. I think we'll try and get those back actually. So do we already have a spy in there? No, we don't. So we'll move you and we'll put you in back into Bagata, and you might be able to grab that back. Okay, so what's going on? Karakorum and Antium have both grown. You're kind of stuck at the moment for any decent tiles to work. Karakorum, you have gone to work. That, again, getting a lot of tiles that are pretty pointless to work, but it's the best we can do, really. So, you guys just carry on with the railroad. Obviously, the railroads are quite expensive, but they will help out. 6 turns, we get another social policy, which is also nice. And we should have removed these roads, actually, but we'll go ahead and continue building a road in this direction. You can just continue bombarding here, mainly because it's giving you XP. Are you actually willing to peace out? If you were willing to peace out, and we could just deal with Japan. No, he's still not willing to peace out. Well, you know, you'll end up losing a city. You're going to start losing units. Now, he is actually moving forward with a few units here. We can do a little bit of damage. We'll take some in return, but that's fine. We did quite a bit of damage to them, and then we'll use our Gatling gun to do even more damage to them. So they'll probably back off on the next turn. You're just going to stay there on alert. Nothing you can really do. You just heal up. You come closer if you dare. And he probably will, you know. So once again, the aerial bombardment of London and York resumes. And once again, they're still sort of in this position where they don't really have any melee units nearby that can really do anything. If I can actually get an anti-aircraft gun built and out here, that's really going to help things, but I don't think Japan really has all that many units left. I'm actually surprised that they're not taking more damage to their aircraft here, though. They must have a lot of upgrades on those aircraft that they can keep continually bombarding and not losing anything. So Yerevan are unfortunately starting to lose a few of their units, which is a bit disappointing. Actually, now he's using his bombers to attack my artillery. Sorry, using his bombers to attack my battleships. And that's because the cities are both at 0 health. Now, of course, every time he does this, I do get XP. He's even coming in with the fighters as well. Okay, well, that was a lot of free XP. And now Brazil's starting with the aerial bombardment. Yeah, I really would love to be able to peace out here if we can. Alright, he's embarked with that because he was tired of taking damage to it. Will Japan lose that ironclad? Doesn't look like they will. So we've got a few little things that we need to do. Enemy has been spotted near Rome. Well, I think we'll take you out because we can. We can kill you in a single shot, and then you can fire at these guys. Won't quite kill them off, but you'll do some damage to them. Battleship down here is potentially problematic. We'll sort of sneak around this way later. We'll hopefully be able to get the frigates. We might struggle with the battleship, but we'll see what we can do. London demands salt. Rio de Janeiro has grown. Beshbalik has grown. What are you doing over here in Rio? Yeah, that's not a terrible tile. You could actually just work the food, though. Actually, no, the gold's probably better right now. We don't have an awful lot of it. I know we could be working the university tiles, but you should be able to now reach him over there. Now, he does only have one aircraft, so you should just be able to heal up and survive through it, really. So should you. You can actually upgrade you if we wanted to. And I think we will. You are on the front line. You are very important to us. You should stay there. This unit obviously keeps recovering. But if we get logistics, we'll get 2 shots on this artillery. We could also, if we wanted to, move our other artillery over here and bombard over the mountains. But I don't think we really need to worry about that just yet. I'm going to go ahead and move this battleship into the city because he doesn't have any units around to take it, and it means he can't damage the battleship directly. I am now going to move this battleship along with the Admiral and do what I said I was going to do and start trying to attack Sao Paulo from the sea. So we'll see if that works. Like I said, I may end up having to peace out just so that I can sort of attack one of them on their own, because trying to deal with them both at the same time is just an absolute pain. That's quite possible they might even start trying to attack the privateer. I'd prefer it if they didn't. Yeah, they're going to go for London again now. I think destroyers actually have built-in anti-aircraft ability. I'll have to double check that. I can't remember. Almost certain that destroyers have the ability to shoot down aircraft. I know that missile cruisers certainly do. mean, obviously all vehicles have some ability to counter-attack against aircraft to a limited degree. Now you're actually firing at Rome from the sea, which is a little bit annoying. But you're not going to take it, so I'm not too worried about that. Right, you're actually starting to move forwards now, which is kind of what I expected you to do. Now you're actually attacking me with a bomber. So I will keep trying to peace out with them when I can, just so that we can... Did you actually manage to take out the Gatling gun? Not quite. Yeah, it's getting a little hairy. You've moved that unit far enough away that I can't actually do any damage with this artillery. So you get a promotion. We could get you to heal instantly, but I think we're going to go ahead and give you cover. We are going to shoot at you. Now, how close can we get you? All the way to there. Unfortunately, we can't get the Admiral. Oh, bugger. That didn't work. The idea was I was supposed to move the Admiral there, and I clicked on the wrong thing. Now I can't shoot at him, which is so annoying. We could try and finish him off. We probably will. We might end up losing this Gatling gun. We do have a spare that, you see, wish it would select the unit when I click. We can move you in. You're going to heal up. You are healing up. You're going to heal up as well. Okay, so London has some problems. Let's go ahead and sort of block them a little bit there. Almost... Wow, they've got a lot of frigates down here. That was probably a little bit optimistic. We might end up losing that destroyer now if we're not careful. We can certainly attack this privateer, though. There is a unit that has now come close to London. Now, just before I attack here, let's move the battleship in, because that means we can do additional damage. And then we'll move the battleship back out, and we will double attack. Still wasn't actually enough to kill that unit off. But if I move up here with this battleship, I can finish it that way. Now, you could still be attacked by a bomber. Let's move you as far back as we can. You are fine. Right, are either of you willing to peace out yet? No, you're still not willing to peace out. What about Japan? No, fine. You now are controlled by the Mayans, so we don't need to be at war with you. You just hate us, so that's fine. You're just going to do nothing on... Actually, no, you don't have to do nothing. You can hit stuff. You might as well hit stuff. You can't hit the city, but you can hit that archaeologist, so... Let's do it, even if it's just to be awkward. Private... Right, what do we need to upgrade you? 680 gold. Yeah, that's going to take a while, isn't it? I'm just a little bit worried that I might have lost that destroyer down there. He might be okay. Caravan. Well, you're not being very useful. I guess you should carry on to... Well, Kabul's probably safer right now. Yeah, go to Kabul. Looks like there is some uranium down here. It's quite a distance away from us. We don't need it, per se, but it'd be nice to have. Now, this ironclad, we don't really have an awful lot going on down here. We could definitely use this up. What does it cost to upgrade the ironclad? 380. That's a little bit cheaper. Maybe we should get the ironclad down there to help. I think we'll leave it for the time being, though. So, come on then. Let's see what you're going to throw at me this time. More bombers, I assume. And again, the bomber still survives. These bombers are surviving incredibly well. And you're attacking London, and again, bomber survives. I think I've seen him lose about one fighter so far, but not an awful lot else. Now you're bombing from all the way over there. I don't think you can hit that privateer. I think you're going for York. Yep, you're going for York. But again, you can't really do anything against it, so we don't mind all that much. So another plane coming in? Yep, there's another plane coming in. He's going for York again. So this is sometimes the reason why the AI is a little bit stupid, because he's bombarding it down, but he's got no way to take it, and he's literally now just wasting shots and getting his planes damaged. So you are bombarding my unit down here. That is fine. You've only got the one bomber there. Now, his privateer's going to come in and... Right, they are attacking with the frigates first. I am going to have to GTFO at some point. He's got a battleship there as well now, so we have to worry about that. Now, I could try and just bug out and get into Kabul's range, but... Luckily, England helping out with their submarines down there. There is a cavalry unit moving in. We should be able to take him out with ease. Yeah, I'm very concerned for that destroyer right now. I'm not too sure what I can do to recover from that. But a few things that we can do and that we should do. First of all, London can fire upon the enemy. So we will ranged attack with the city. And then we will attack with the battleship twice. And it still managed to survive. I mean, how many hit points does a cavalry have? So we'll shoot again. Now we've got logistics, so we'll take that opportunity to back up and hopefully not get hit by anything. Japan are trying to get a unit around here. We can't actually take that out, but we can do some damage to it, so... I mean, it's half dead and we took very little damage in return. You just keep going down here and building the railroad. You should just wipe that unit out while you've got the opportunity. It makes the most sense. Now, this is what I'm worried about here. We could take out the privateer. We've got an 80% chance to capture it. They do have a battleship around. The question is, how far away could I get if I just tried to run? Over here, I'm just trying to get out of their line of sight and try and escape with this destroyer. They can't really do an awful lot with these frigates. They can have, I mean, I've got a few coastal cities, but they can't really do an awful lot. Karakoram has almost finished its research lab. After its research lab, it's going to be building a submarine, so we may be able to do something about that. You guys have mistakenly just walked in to range with another unit that you're now going to lose. You guys are also going to lose him. Just because I can, you're now also going to, well, not lose this guy, but you're going to take major damage on this turn. So this single battleship may actually be enough to deal with Brazil over here. Not an awful lot you guys can do, so just sort of keep on sitting around doing nothing. We'll swap you guys over. You can heal up. You just go on to alert. You do nothing. You can also heal up. You do nothing, and that's all I can do on this turn, so I'm going to call that an end to the video. I must admit, it's been an interesting run of videos this week. I certainly wasn't expecting, well, I was expecting Japan to declare war on me at some point, because they seem to be quite hostile. We've bribed them a few times to get them to leave us alone, but I certainly wasn't expecting them to bribe Brazil to dogpile in, although I did want to go to war with Brazil at some point anyway, because I wanted to take Sao Paulo, and that is still the plan. If we can get Sao Paulo out of this, then it won't be a complete loss. That said, at the moment, I don't actually think I've lost any units in this war. In fact, I think we've actually gained one, because we got well, it was a caravel that we upgraded to an ironclad, but that may have been in the England war. I can't remember now. But I think generally, overall, we're doing quite well. We've definitely removed far more of their units than they have removed of ours. We certainly don't have the highest soldiers. Japan has the lowest happiness. It's quite possible. Are Japan actually in negative happiness right now? Japan are in negative happiness, so they are actually taking a combat penalty right now, which is very nice. We also have dissidents, which is really odd, considering we are order, and the other 3 people who have order are all content. Apparently now are... Also, that's... I'm looking at the wrong person. I'm looking at Japan. We are Rome. I was going to say... It's because I'm playing as Japan in EU4. It's getting me all confused. So good. We do have the right ideology. That is good. Yeah, they're not doing a huge amount of damage to us, so I don't really care all that much. And they are losing a lot of units. Unfortunately, our city-state allies are getting a little bit beat up, but at the same time, they're actually they're holding their own down here. Just need to make sure we recover that destroyer, and we will push back. What I'd like to do, ideally, in an ideal world, if it goes according to plan, hold Japan off, take Sao Paulo, peace out with Brazil, and then just throw everything at Japan. But that's going to have to wait until next week. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying this series of Civilization 5. I'm enjoying it a lot more now that the game has actually started to get rolling, and I'm really getting my teeth into this particular playthrough. Remember, if you are new to the channel, please consider leaving a like and subscribing if you enjoyed this video. And to everyone, if you'd like to help support me and the channel so I can continue to make these videos and hopefully improve the quality and the frequency, then there is a completely optional Patreon account that I have, and you will find the link in the description below the video. So until next time, goodbye for now.